Anthony Gordon situation. There were some updates in the morning, so let's start with that.
Yeah, yesterday I closed my video around 8-9 p.m. in Europe announcing keep an eye on Anthony Gordon because there are big movements behind the scenes and because he's really appreciated, really highly rated by Barcelona. And I said his name was going to be mentioned in the recent meetings at Barcelona. What happened is that the reality is that the mission of Deco, Barcelona director, in England to have negotiations and conversations was mainly for Anthony Gordon. So the main topic for Deco and for the Barcelona board was to try to advance on the Anthony Gordon deal. And they did. Because the understanding is that Barcelona made significant progress in conversations with the player and his camp. So Barcelona have probably been able to lead the race in terms of player side. And Barcelona also started official talks with Newcastle for Anthony Gordon. So official negotiations ongoing, Barca-Newcastle. Now, we know that when it's time to negotiate for a star from Newcastle, it's complicated because you have to negotiate with the English side of the club, but also with the Saudis who own the club and need to approve this sort of big transfers. We saw last summer with Alexander Isak how complicated it can be. Now we are back at it again with Anthony Gordon. My understanding is that Barcelona want to be as fast as possible. So try to anticipate other clubs because Barca are aware of Premier League clubs calling. Premier League clubs are very aggressive on Anthony Gordon, and also there is Bayern also keen on the player because Bayern met with the agent several times and want to add the winger to the squad. So Operation Anthony Gordon ongoing, Barcelona are trying to be quite fast.
So you just mentioned that there are many clubs, of course, interested in him. What do you think today, at least, is the preference of the player? So where is his priority right now?
In this moment, the priority of the player is Barcelona. So Anthony Gordon is giving priority to Barcelona. It doesn't mean, I want to be clear on this, that Anthony Gordon is rejecting other clubs. So from what I understand, he's not saying only Barcelona, other clubs, I don't want to talk. That's not the case. But Anthony Gordon would be happy, excited, and open to joining Barcelona. Then depends on the clubs. And so it's absolutely something we can understand that the player wants to keep his options open. But Barcelona, with this mission of Deco, made really good progress in conversations with the player. So Barca have the chance to advance and to try to close the deal on club side. Then, again, depends on Newcastle, depends what the most important people at the club at Newcastle decide to do. But Barcelona are aligned on this name. And when I say they are all together, is Hansi Flick, is Deco, is the president. So they are all together convinced that Anthony Gordon can be an excellent signing. And don't forget also that Gordon last season against Barcelona, this season, I mean,